This is it. The moment of truth. Can Regen Rovers get promoted to the Football League? It's a really big ask today, because we've basically thrown it away, haven't we, over the past few games. We've been very inconsistent. We've won a few games, we've lost a few games, and it has allowed York City to overtake us for these last two games. They're 2 points ahead of us. They have a slightly better goal difference, just by one goal. We have scored more goals this season than York, though, and that could be crucial that could be crucial at the end of this season. We're also only 1 point ahead of Stockport County, and we haven't even guaranteed a playoff place yet. York are the only team to do that. Surely we can't completely flop that badly and allow Bury to sneak into the playoffs. Relegation zone hasn't been decided either. Hampton and Richmond have been relegated, but there's still a few teams fighting for their lives down there. But we don't care about that, really. It's all about our two games today against Lincoln City, who are 12th in the league, and Dagenham and Redbridge, who are 16th in the league. Both of them do not have anything to play for. Both of them are now safe. Lincoln cannot get into the playoffs. Dagenham and Redbridge cannot get relegated. Hopefully those guys will be playing in their flip-flops, because I think York have a slightly harder run in. Let's just have a look. They've got Wrexham, who are 5th in the playoffs at the moment, and Regen Rovers, who are 9th, who cannot actually get into the playoffs, I don't think. I think it's a bit too much for them. But Wrexham, Tranmere can't get in, but Wrexham are fighting to get into that playoff place. So let's hope Wrexham do us a favour and beat York City. None of my players are up for Player of the Season. Surely Danny Bai deserves to be in there. It's so biased towards midfielders and attacking players, it's ridiculous. I'm really nervous. I'm so nervous for this, because this is so massive. But at the same time, I still don't know whether getting promoted is a good thing for Regen Rovers. If we go up, it could be the end of our financial security, for example. It's unknown. If we stay at this level, we know we can probably trundle along and try and battle for another promotion campaign. But going up is an unknown factor. I have confidence, though, that we would be able to survive in the division above, and financially I think we'd be able to stabilise ourselves. However, we might not have that to find out this season. We might just have to stay in the National League. So we're taking on Lincoln City in this first match, and we've never lost against them. We've won twice and drawn against them once. Let's make it 3 wins. I'm confident. We've got Sylvester the Steak here by my side. I've got this Nivea lip care that keeps me well lubricated. And, well, George the cat, I'm afraid, is outside. I just saw him hunting. He was in hunting mode. I thought, what's he gonna go for? A bird? A mouse? Ended up munching on some grass. So yeah, that's George for you. I'm going to play the 3 up front tactic. Talking about regeneration, served us quite well over the last few games. We did lose one game, we won a couple games, we drew a game. But we have to go for this. We have to be beating these two teams, Lincoln and Dagenham and Redbridge, and I think the only way to do that is just to go for it. Alex Hall is back from injury, so he can be on the bench, our second best goalkeeper. We can't play Lawrence today because he cannot play against his parent club. I'm going with Charlie Lofts, who's been our 3rd best defender this year, I would say. So I think he deserves to start alongside Danny Bai and Reece Walker. Tim Green and Stuart Warren on the wing-back positions. Marlowe and Dibber in the middle. Standard central midfield for us. Now up front is the real difficulty. Who do I play? I really don't know, because most of the strikers have been disappointing lately. I'm going to go with Lee Orford, Spencer Drury on the left, and on the right hand side I'm going to go with Craig Palmer, who has probably been our most informed player lately. On the bench, Chris Holmes. We'll go with Kevin Miguel, defensive midfield or central midfield or wing back option. He's versatile. We're going to throw Brady Chick on there. Adds a different dimension to our play. And lastly, although he's not played very well recently, Chris Scott, because he is a poacher, he can score goals. He's got 15 on finishing. He's created a lot of opportunities for us this season as well. He's got 9 league goals and 6 assists. He's our second top goal scorer in all competitions with 13. He's got 8 assists in all competitions. He has been good for us, but he has fallen by the wayside lately. So that's what I'm going to give him a chance on the bench. If we need a goal, he can come on and hopefully take his opportunity. Well, this is it. The first match to decide our destiny. The first of 2 matches that can decide our destiny. Football365.com believes it's going to be a bore draw. Let's hope not. Lincoln play an interesting formation. It's similar to ours, but they've got 2 up front and 3 in midfield with a sweeper instead of a covering defender. Really quite intriguing. I've never come across a sweeper at this level, and I barely ever come across sweepers. René Sanchez is their danger man. He's Colombian. He's on loan from Charlton Athletic. He's a good player and can punish us if we do not control him. Now, because they're going 3 in midfield, they're probably looking to control the middle of the park. I'm actually going to go overload. I know some of you think I'm mad for using overload, but it's worked in the past for me. And we're going to pump it. We're not going to exploit the middle because we obviously can't exploit the middle with 3 in the middle against our 2. I don't think that will work. But if we just knock it over the midfield to our 3 strikers, hopefully they can create something together. That's my theory. Whether the game allows me to do that or not, we'll find out. We just have to pray for some miracles today. We have to hope York at least lose one of their games and we win both of our games. Here's Drury. Can we get an early goal? Here's Warren. What's he going to do? He's put a ball in. Drury! Oh, it's a good block by the defender. And we win a corner, which Tim Green will take. Tim Green's been an unsung hero this year. One of my player of the seasons actually at right wing back. Decent average rating, lots of assists. He's been very important for us down that right hand side. I've just given him the commentator's curse. He's probably going to go and get sent off today. We've dropped down to 3rd place, by the way, but if we can get a goal here... Oh, it's off the post from Marlowe. What an effort that was. That would have been one of the greatest ever Regen Rovers goals if that had gone in. And we're very unfortunate not to be winning this game so far. We've had 7 shots. There's been no clear-cut or half chances yet. But here's Orford into Warren. Can he produce something? It's sensible ball back to Lofts, who gives the ball away, but he's won it back, and that's the end of that highlight. And currently, York must be drawing because they're still 2 points ahead of us. If we can score, we'll go top of the table. But Lincoln will look to control the ball in the middle of the park when they've got possession. And here they go, looking for the first goal of the game. And it's a goal. René Sanchez, I said he was a danger man, makes it 1-0, and our title hopes are crumbling. We've been the better team in this game, and suddenly it's crossed in, and he was just open. He was open to tap it in, and that's very frustrating. But we've got it on overload. We're an attacking team. Marlowe can maybe create something. It's into Dibber. It's into Orford. Orford, lovely ball to Warren. Warren tackled. Oh, what a brilliant bit of defending by them, because we had men over in the box. Oh, there's still an opportunity. Drury scores! Oh, I thought he should have passed to one of the 2 players. We were over. We were 3 against 1. I thought, what are you doing, Drury? Look at this. Lofts just intercepts. Drury's here. Look, he's got 2 men to one side. He should have passed, but he's battered it past the keeper with an excellent finish. When you just think he's done something wrong, Spencer Drury steps up and saves us. Stockport are top of the table now. York City must be losing. We're 1 point behind York and Stockport. If we can get a winner today, then we'll be top if the results stay the same. We can still come away with this, come with a win. I'm going to take Orford off. We're bringing on Brady Chick as a target man, and we are going to just knock it up to him. We're going to take more risks. We're going to drop the defence back a bit deeper though, because when we're on overload, if we're too far up the pitch, we do get hit on the break. And I'm going to float the crosses in to Brady Chick. This is a massive half of football for Regen Rovers. We're currently in 3rd place. But if results stay the same and we get a winning goal, we go top for the last game. But it's incredibly tight at the top of the table. York are losing 1-0 against Wrexham, but we've got half an hour to go and nothing is happening. I'm going to have to change things up again. Dibber is going to go forwards into the advanced playmaker role just to pick up the pieces from maybe Chick's knockdowns, essentially. I'm taking off Craig Palmer for Chris Scott. Drury's going to go over to the right. Scott's going to go into the poacher position, and we are going to go route 1 now and hit early crosses into the box and get stuck in, because this is a massive opportunity here, because York are losing. Stockport have moved top of the table. Warren with the throw-in. He's given away, but surely Charlie Lofts can pick this up. It's into Marlowe. We could get hit on the break, but you have to take risks at this point in the season if you want to win the league. Dibber out wide to Tim Green. Tim Green has lost the ball. That was too easy. I've been bigging him up at the start of this game, and we're 2-1 down. I think our title challenge is over. What did I say? Commentator's curse with Tim Green. Gives the ball away too easily. And we're 2-1 down. There's still a possibility, because York and Stockport are only 2 points ahead of us. There's still a chance in the last day of the season, but it looks unlikely. Warren. Throwing into Scott. It's back to Warren. It's blocked first time. Second time, it's back to Dibber. But we can't get a shot away. And it's starting to look less and less likely. I think this is all over. Last sub. Chris Holmes on for Walker. There's nothing attacking I can do. I should have had 3 strikers on the bench for a game like this, really. I think they're going to get a third here. A draw would be better, obviously, but we'd still be in the same position if we do get a goal back. But 1 point behind could be a massive difference. Currently 2 points behind going into the last game. I think it's just too much. I thought Lincoln should be in their bloody flip-flops. They've got absolutely nothing to play for. I literally can't believe this. Tim Green's given away a penalty. How is this possible? The game must have been listening. Tim Green's not put a foot wrong this season. Then in the same game, he makes a mistake for their second goal and then gives a penalty away. I despair. I can't quite believe that. We've had 21 shots as well. Overload, it's been my downfall, I suppose. But at the same time, we've had the shots to maybe score more goals. Scott makes it 3-2. It's too late. It's too late, guys. Well, we might as well push these guys forward for the last few seconds of this game. It's a little bit unfortunate, really, that we've suddenly scored now. Chris Scott becomes, well, he's second top goal scorer, 1 behind Spencer Drury, who also scored today. It's a good finish from him, to be fair. The keeper sort of came out a little bit thinking the ball was coming in from Warren, and it allowed Scott to find the back of the net. But we're going to have to hope Stockport and York City slip up in the last day. This is really annoying. York lost. This was the opportunity we needed, and we didn't take it. And Tim Green with his worst performance of the season. But I think we've confirmed a playoff place. Yeah, we have. 4 points ahead of Bury. We could still finish as low as 5th if results really went against us on the last day. It's still alive though. Just so slim a margin. We're very unlikely to win this now with 1 game to go. We have thrown it away. Stockport have Salford on the last day, who are 12th in the table. They've had a very good run towards the end of the season, including beating us, remember, after really bad. They've had weird spells. They had a bad run. They had a really good run where they were then 4 points ahead of us in the table. They then had a bad run, which meant we were 4 points ahead of them. But now they're 2 points ahead of us going into the last day of the season. It does say unconvincing win for Lincoln. We had more shots. It's really annoying. I went overload, and obviously my defence is weak when we go overload, and they punished us for that. So Bradley Berry will not be playing a part in the last match of the season. He's injured for another 3 to 4 weeks. He ends the season on 9 goals, 8 of which were scored basically in the first quarter of the season. Also managed to pick up quite a few assists this season, but in the end, I thought at the start this could be his year. He'd be our top goal scorer. He'd just thrive. But in the end, it just went wrong for him, to be honest. And the under-23s have kind of fallen apart lately. If we look at their fixtures, you can see they haven't won since that game against Eastleigh in February. They've just, I don't know, I think it's because when I changed the they were used to this attacking 3 up front tactic. I then of course changed it to the old counter-attacking one, and it hasn't suited the under-23s at all. And they've just, it's weird, both the first team and the under-23s have suddenly just collapsed. They were winning 5-0, 6-0 against Kingstonian, and then suddenly they haven't won for ages, and they've dropped to 4th in the table. I guess that's the final standings. Good season for them overall though. It was just towards the end of the season they fell apart. Joseph Mohammed is one for the future. He's just got injured, but next season could be, whether we go up or not, he could be in the first team and could be a star player for us. I decided not to put him in the first team this year. I didn't want to destroy his confidence by putting him in the first team so soon and then him not being able to score and it just ruining him. So I think by playing him in the under-23s, although he hasn't scored or played a huge number of games, I do think next season, but mainly because I've had to play some of my first team players in the under-23s, preventing him from playing a lot of games. I feel next year he'll be more experienced. He did pick up quite a few injuries as well this year, which stopped him from playing as many games as I would have liked. So there's a few days, 2 days, until the Dagenham and Redbridge game. We were very unlucky to lose. Well, yeah, we were unlucky to lose against Lincoln because we had plenty of shots. We didn't create a huge number of clear-cut chances. I think I'm going to play Brady Chick in the last game, and we're going to be a bit more direct. What do I say to the guys? This title isn't in our hands going into the last of this, blah blah blah. No. Let's go for this one. Well, some of them are happy, and some of them are saying we should be proud rather than overplay the importance of winning the title. Well, of course, we're in a chance to win the title. Of course I'm going to overplay that right now. I'm not going to say, don't worry lads about the last day. We're just going to, just go on holiday. Go on holiday now. We're happy with 3rd place or 4th place. When you're in a title challenge, no matter who you are, you should be going for the title. If with 1 game to go, we've got the chance of winning the title. You're not just going to suddenly be like, can't be bothered to win the title. Let's just take it easy on the lot. Oh, they're just absolute cretins sometimes. Let's just go for that. Most of them, it's basically being detrimental doing that team talk. I just don't know what they're thinking. Well, I know what they're thinking, but I thought that was a sensible team talk to say. And I'm sending my assistant to that before I do any more damage with my mouth. But that is really annoying because the players are basically on the game. It's inbuilt into them that we are meant to finish bottom of the tables. Anything better than that, they're like, yes, we've done amazing. And if you try and push them any further, they don't want to listen to you. They get annoyed, which is just really stupid in my opinion. So Hull City expected to be relegated this year in the Premier League. If they somehow on the last day of the season were 2 points behind Chelsea and they could win the league, they wouldn't say, oh, let's just put our feet up for the last day. We've done so much better. We've survived relegation. That's what we were meant to do. Let's not try and win the title. I'm happy with this 2nd place or 3rd place. We're not going to win. You wouldn't be like that. You'd be like, yes, we might do this. We've got a chance. Let's just try and win the last game of the season and let's hope Chelsea step up. That's what you would do. Anyway, you can tell I'm a bit pissed off. The game, in that regards, I think sometimes it's a little bit lacking. Anyway, who am I going to play then? So we're taking Orford out the team. We're bringing in Brady Chick. He's going to play as the target man. And we will go more direct. I'm going to leave it on attacking rather than overload from the start. We can always go to overload. It's just some of these games, when I was doing really well, I actually started with overload. And so around this period here, where we were winning games, it worked well starting from overload. And I've heard of people actually using tactics where it's just overload for an entire game. That's what I was thinking. It didn't quite go to plan. I can't believe the morale of the players suddenly has dipped for the last day because of my bloody hell. Never mind. I'm determined to win. If these guys aren't, screw them. I'm determined to win. This really is it then. Dagenham and Redbridge away from home, we should be beating them because they are close to the relegation zone. They're safe, but they've not had the best of seasons. York City go to Tranmere Rovers, who are a tough team. They've got nothing to play for today except pride, but hopefully they can put up a challenge. And Stockport County of Salford away from home, similar story to Tranmere Rovers, I guess. They are a tough team. They can put up a fight. Generally, they are the win or lose. 19 wins, 18 defeats, 8 draws. It depends what Salford turns up, really, because we've beaten them 5-1. We want a different Salford to turn up to that. Let's do our part. Let's win our game and at least go in to the playoffs on a high. Okay, I'm going to boost the morale of the players by doing this. It should work. There we go. A couple of the players' morale improved slightly. Let's start the match. Brady Chick up front. Come on, my son. Let's do this. Spencer Drury has the opportunity to finish top goal scorer for the club as well. Although, if we're going to the playoffs, then there's going to be possibly 3 extra games for one of our strikers to turn it on. Here goes Palmer early on in this game. It's a good tackle. And at the moment, we're still in 3rd place. Okay, 23 minutes in. Nothing has happened so far. Is this going to be a highlight for us? Warren, Dibber over the top. No one running onto it. There was just no connection there. No chemistry between the players. Good header by Lofts, who's played well lately. It's a ball well over the top though, as Lofts was out of position and somehow they miss. Oh, Tim Green does well. Here goes Palmer. Come on, Palmer. Oh, it's a good save. That 15 on finishing I thought would have helped him score there. We've had 1 clear-cut chance and 2 half chances. Corner from Palmer, knocked in. All of their players go for the ball. Did you see that? Literally all of the defenders went for the ball. That's just stupid. Stockport are winning. 1-0 against Salford. Can't see Salford winning. Stockport have had a good run of results. They're on a high. York are losing though, but we're drawing, and at the moment it looks like they're going to score here. Good hit away by Palmer. Can't win the ball, but Marlowe steps in and it's through to Palmer. Put a ball in, Palmer. Put it in. Spencer Drury! 1-0. Thank goodness for that. We're 1-0 up and we move above York City, who I thought were our only title challenges going into these last two games. It ends up Stockport atop of the table. Well done, Spencer Drury. 16th goal of the season for him. We're in second place, and if Stockport draw, it's going to be incredibly close at the end of this season. York can still turn it around, of course. Don't want to be complacent. Sometimes that's a bit of a suicidal thing to say, but I think in this situation it needs to be said. And what I'm going to do is, we're going to go to the talking about regeneration tactic. We're going to hit them on the counter-attack. That's the plan. Drury will play behind Chicken Palmer. Let's do this. Come on, guys. Come on. Gone to the counter-tactic. Let's see what happens now. Now we really have to pray Salford do something for us. I think Stockport have scored one more goal than us this season. So if they draw, they'll drop down to 22 goal difference. And they will win literally on goals scored by 1. So we probably need to score another goal. But Stockport are 2-0 up. So I think it's all over. Stockport are winning the title. Kevin Miguel's going to come on for Stuart Warren. He's not having a very good game. And I'm going to take off Brady Chick for Lee Orford, who is quite tall and decent in the air himself. So he's just a like-for-like replacement for Brady Chick. Salford, if he can score 2 goals for us, that would be nice. But it looks like Stockport are going to win the title. I mean, might not even win this game. As Dagenham and Redbridge are now on the attack. Good tackle by Marlowe. Drury can't find Orford. That's a bit of a bad ball from Drury. And Kevin Miguel can't get hold of that. But in steps Marlowe again, puts it through to Palmer. It's through to Lee Orford. What's he going to do? He's going to hit it. Oh, it's almost a beautiful strike. Just wide of the post. It may even have clipped the post on the way through. It just hasn't been quite enough as Stockport go 3-0 up. Good header away by Danny Bye. It's back in. Oh, Sibzelis catches it. I thought it was going to loop over him then. We go into the playoffs. Top of the playoff 4 teams, I suppose, in second place, if it stays this way. Palmer, Drury, can we make it 2? Miguel, Orford! Oh, it's almost a goal for him. He hasn't scored for ages, and that's pretty unlucky. He's had 2 good efforts in this second half. And a minute and a half to go. Palmer can't quite win that, but it's into Tim Green, who was the one that let us down in the last game, let's be honest. But it's just commentator's curse for you, isn't it? It's just typical. He's had such a good season all year. Orford. Through to Drury. It's back to Dibber and a minute to go. Are they going to get a late equaliser here? It'd be really annoying if they do. I wouldn't be surprised if they do, but that's fired well wide. 11 shots each. Pretty equal game. We've had a lot more of the chances though, as you can see. 2 clear-cut chances, 5 half chances. And that's out of play from Sibzelis. Stockport County are champions. We go into the playoffs. There's going to be a semi-final episode next. That'll be episode 54. If we can get through that, then there's a final episode, episode 55. So it's a long old season this, with lots of episodes. But there we go. It's ended in disappointment. We just didn't have quite enough in the tank to get over the line, despite being 4 points clear at one point. We have kind of thrown it away by losing a few games towards the end of this season. 8 defeats all season is the least in the league. It's draws that let us down again in a way. Second best goal difference, second highest number of goals scored in the league. I'm proud. I guess Stockport County deserved to go up. They won the most games. They got the best goal difference. They had a really good end of season. I suppose they deserve it. So we're going to be taking on Wrexham on the last day of the season. The team that beat York City to enable us to finish second in the table. Barrow versus York City. Wrexham will be tough. How did we do against them this season? We drew 2-2 away from home, and at home we beat them 2-1, so we've got the better record against them. Wish me luck for the playoffs. It wasn't, I'm afraid it just wasn't what you wanted to see today, I suppose. You wanted to see us go up as champions. Instead we go into the playoffs. And it really is a lottery now as to whether we go into the Football League or not. If we do, we get a nice shiny playoff trophy presented to us, and Probably a bit more money from TV, I guess, by being in the playoff final. Where is the playoff final played at this level? It's not played at Wembley, is it? Or is it? I don't know. We'll find out, maybe. But thanks for watching today's episode. Please smash that like button to show encouragement to me and the lads for the playoffs. I hope you're looking forward to them. Keep your eye out for episode 54. I will see you very soon.